What's up, guys? Welcome to the one, the only House of Jackals podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Spectre Official, rocking my Harley Quinn outfit, brought with Joker right here. Right below me is both Death and Khaleesi. And then we brought back our special guest from episode 1, Mr. Cole, the Airsoft Bandit.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, bro?
All right, guys, we're gonna have a pretty fun show for you today. As you see, it's Halloween themed, although there's only 2 of us that are Halloween themed.
So after that, Milsim, man, I gotta work on that footage. So I got another 3 videos after this.
So,
And
Get
he's
started,
got the
shall we?
costume. It's just, it's not perfect yet.
yeah, he's got the costume.
I got the costume.
Like, you got a Beetlejuice
No.
shirt on. It's Halloween.
I'm just I forgot the Velcro shit for the Red Hood symbol, and so I'm like, oh,
Look,
well.
I'm just saying Happy Halloween, motherfucker.
Plus, you can't hear shit out of this fucking thing. Like I
No,
can't.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't want to wear a
Looks
mask.
Heard a little
Looks
bit
dope,
of gurgling there.
Sound like you had something stuck in your mouth there, sir.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
enough there, white Princess Leia.
All right, so Cole, so a lot of us know that you went to Jackal 5. How
Yeah,
was it, man? How
yeah,
was it,
we're-
man?
It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool AO. The elevation is a complete kick in the balls, but I really didn't go to that event to play. I went to just kind of meme the fuck out with the boys because I hadn't seen them in a while. So me, the Mo Guns crew, both Derek and Ben, Carl from BB Dynamics, Carl's buddy and his father-in-law, I think, all came out, and we got into Derek's Mo Guns mobile, which is this nasty ass RZR that's kind of been dudded out to look like a one from overseas that he bought from this old spec war guy. And we just rolled around in IRA kit with ski masks, yelling heinous shit at people in horrible Irish accents. It was absolutely one of the most fun times I've ever had at a game that also had absolutely nothing to do with the actual gameplay. I didn't know jack shit about the game. I don't know who fucking won. I didn't know who was winning. I just know that we had blank fire AKs, a shitload of beer, cigars, and a PA system, and they let me have handle on all 3 at one point, and it was a poor decision for everyone involved. But I had a great time.
Oh, damn, that sounds like a good time, man.
Yeah, blank fire games. I'd never been to a game with blank fire before, and it was absolutely a fucking hoot. Especially because Ben, he got this little stubby ass AK-74, and that thing shoots like with these Hollywood blanks, would shoot like 2 feet of flame out the front of the bitch. So just blah 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 blah, just fucking dragon fire coming out of this motherfucker. Bagpipe music playing over the PA. It was great. Chasing kids down, yelling, "Give me your belt!" Just yeah, the tan team fucking hated us. It was great.
No, I was gonna say we just got back from the Milsim too. It's a damn good time. We were over in North Carolina in Greensboro for Operation Southern Comfort, and I mean the first absolute push we did, we pushed up the entire left side. We had a damn good time, good firefight. We got some footage being shown this week too as well. One will be released tonight. But overall, we had a damn good time. The second push after that, we kind of just fucked off and messed around with people, and it was a damn good time too.
Yeah, I stick by my statement that like 90% of Milsim games, the fun is from just fucking off with your friends. That's why I really like these events, kind of like Copperhead, where you're like, or Broken Home, where you're like totally isolated. Like there's no town to drive into at Copperhead. Like you're just fucking stuck there with what you brought. So definitely load up on beer. But it's a cool little escape, and especially with everything that's going on in 2020, I think it's something that everyone desperately needs right now. Unfortunately, there's shit getting canceled left and right. There's, most events are probably going to get postponed and moved till 2021, I would guess. I'm really surprised that I don't know if they did it yet, but Third Coast Airsoft, I think, is still doing their game at Fort Hood.
Yeah, they're doing it
They've been doing all of
November
that.
6th and 8th.
Yeah.
And then after the exact weekend after that, the 13th and the 14th and the 15th is Conquest of Avalon in Waxahachie, which is still going on. That's going to be thrown by Overwatch Tactics. It's a really fun fucking game. It's at a Renaissance fair. and it's dope. Like motherfuckers pull out chainmail, they get in full kit. Like it's really fucking cool to see. They do. I love Overwatch Tactics games because they do really interesting game types, and they kind of switch up the dynamic from your normal Milsim. Like it's kind of, we call it soft sim because it's kind of in the middle between like day games and actual Milsim, but it's way more prop and objective based gameplay than like your normal events that you go to. There's no real like narrative behind it. It's just fuck off times. But that'll
played at a Renaissance fair. That sounds like a bomb.
Dude, it's dope. It's really cool because though like the Waxahachie Renaissance Fairgrounds is like not to be fucked with. Like they've been building it for like 20 years. Like it's huge.
Is there like castles and stuff?
Yeah, there's castles. There's fully built out buildings. There's like there's like a big ass like moat that goes through the entire, like this big ass ravine that goes through the entire thing. There's like bridges going across it. And there's like castle walls and ramparts and all kinds of shit.
Where's this set out again?
Look that up. That sounds badass.
Right.
It's dope. It's Waxahachie, Texas. It's from Overwatch Tactics. William Soto, we had him on. He was our guest last Friday. He's the guy that runs everything for them. Really cool dude, sponsor of our show. It's a lot of fun. They've got ASM Caber is going to be there repping KWA. Kev, random guy Kev is coming down. I'm going to try to make it out Friday. That's the weekend is the date my kid's supposed to be born. I think they're inducing my wife on the 10th. So we'll see. There's a very good chance that I'm not going to show up at all. But if I can get a second away, or if like we got some free time, I may roll out there Friday and say what's up. I know Corey's going to be there with his new RZR, so there'll at least be like somebody from ASAP repping out there.
Cool. Definitely, I'll have to check it out.
It's dope.
I'm looking at it right now, and it's actually pretty dope.
Yeah,
I will say.
Yeah, it's a good time.
One of my favorite events got canceled this year too, and that was Operation Plague up north in Wisconsin. And that was like the first real field that started the zombie events. And man, they were going to bring back the old rules where it's just pistols and shotguns and foam weapons. But I mean, dicking around in that game mode was absolutely fun as hell.
Oh, dude, we last year at Conquest of Avalon, the most fun I've ever had at an airsoft game ever had nothing to do with airsoft. It was it was Friday, so like Punk and I rolled up because we did a live recording of the show from Vendor Row. Like had people come and sit down, bullshit with us while we're drinking, hanging out. We got there at 7:30. We started drinking at 7:45. Noon, the golf cart showed up. Shortly after the golf cart showed up, we quickly discovered in like 30 seconds, because they had these Nerf bow and arrows, right? Like the big, like Nerf, like the Nerf rocket that you shoot out of this like slingshot bow and arrow. We started jousting. So we took the golf carts out in front of Vendor Row, which is about a football field, and drove at each other with one of us on the back of each one of the golf carts. And we were trying to shoot each other off of the back of the golf carts. Well, somebody, a real adult showed up, and I think it was Woodcock showed up, and he's like, "What the fuck are you idiots doing? We're hammered." I'm on the back. I'm like, "What? We're having a good time. We want us to have fun." Punk's on the other one. Soto, the guy who runs the fucking game event, is driving one of the golf carts.
Oh my god!
I was like, we're having a good time. It's easily the most fun I've ever had in an event. It's like, we've got video of it, and it's fucking fantastic. It was such a good goddamn time. Like I cannot stress enough, if you get the opportunity and you have a couple golf carts, go to Walmart, buy Nerf fucking bow and arrow launchers, like the good ones, the ones that are like really yeet that shit, and then joust.
They make Nerf jousting sticks now too. By the way.
No, it's not as fun. Trust me, it's not a projectile coming to murder you. Because those things,
more skill involved. You have to
bro, those
aim,
things
time the
slap.
shot.
Yeah, and the time I was smart. I'd aim for the driver. Soto had like an old pizza box. He was like holding up as a shield because I was aiming for his ass every single time we passed.
Oh, that's great.
You gotta make your own fun at these things, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I mean, at our Star Wars event in February, last February, we did. It was me, and I think it was also you, Joker, who went to the bar, and we were grouped up with like a bunch of just normal rebels, and they thought they could open fire on us, and no.
Just turn around and
when
tore
we
them
walked
up.
through the town.
Yeah, when we walked
Well,
through
the
the town.
Joker's wife got an achievement for selling the most drugs in the game.
Yeah.
So the whole time she's thinking the stim packs, and they're actually death sticks, and she's
Yeah,
handing
so-
them out like candy to everybody.
Which
We
I
had
thought
a-
about it. We were just sitting in a bar hammering back space drugs and then taking money and doing like these odd jobs. And we were like underselling everybody. Like, I
Brothers were
think
just
we
coming
ended
up
up
to us in
winning
the
the
bar
game for like
asking us if we
3,000
got-
credits.
We're like, oh, whatever, we'll take whatever money.
We had a local game that was like a Fallout themed game, and they made the mistake of letting me and my buddy be admins. They made us the law or whatever. So we're like black brimmed hat. Like, it actually looked pretty dope. It was like black brim hat, fucking black duster, armored chest plate, and then I had 2 of those smoke wagons. And you couldn't kill us, but we could fuck you up because these guns were like cranked. These guns were cranked to shit, and we had like 4 or 5s in them. Like, we didn't give a shit. But we were supposed to be adminning for the game. Well, this one little kid, because it's Fallout, so it's like different factions and whatnot. And this one, like, I want to say he was like 12, like 10 or 12, young kid, came up to me, and he was like, came up to me and my buddy, and he's like, "Hey, you guys law, right?" And we're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, in the game, you can pay them to do shit." And I was like, "Yeah," and he had like a fuck ton of bottle caps, and he's like, "Go fuck that entire camp up while I rob them." And we rolled in, and we were like, no one had thought to bribe us yet. And so we rolled in there and just went rip shit right on this place. These dudes are pissed because they spent all this time setting everything up. And we just walked in there and they can't kill us. So we're just like, clack, 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 clack. And this kid walks in behind us and is like taking all their shit. And they're like, this against the rules. We're like, technically it's not. He's just the first one to figure out that you could bribe us.
Oh, damn.
We had a similar encounter too. So we're sitting there, and one of the rebels comes up to us in the bar, and he goes, "How would you like to kill the rebel leaders?" And we're like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I'll pay you to kill the rebel leaders because that would end the game technically, right?" So we didn't really think about it. We're like, "Okay, whatever." And we're like, "How much you got?" And he only pulls out, it's something stupid, like a low amount of credits. It was like 500 credits or something. He's like, "Is this enough?" And we're like, "Sure, why not?" We walked all the way up to the rebel leaders on the 3rd story of the building and just executed them with grenades and pistols. And all the rebels underneath us were just sitting there. "Oh, we got a bounty card." "Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a bounty card." These guys didn't know what to do. Nope.
We're like, "Yeah, oh, we're hunting somebody." "Oh, okay." Didn't ask us who, what they looked like. Just, "No, we're looking for somebody." "Oh, okay."
Those are the
Those
best
guys
of
are
games
ridiculous.
where they've got like a bounty on somebody mid game, and they're like, "Yeah, we're looking for this guy," and it just happens to be you, and you're like, "Oh, no shit."
Hey,
It's
what's
like,
up?
you!
They there's a standing bounty on my head at AMS events from Minions of Mattis. They're good dudes the whole time. Like, I always bullshit with them, but they put a I think it's a bottle of Jack Daniels if you can get a picture with me with my dead rag out at a game and get this like little like USB drive from me or whatever. So that's all. That I just add some fun shit to the game because they hit me up for Southern Front, which I didn't actually end up getting to play. But they were like, "Hey, do you mind if we put a bounty on you?" And I was like, "Nah, man, that sounds like fun." I'm like, fuck it. I was like, "Do I get the bottle if nobody gets me? Like, how does this work? What do I get out of this? You know?"
What's
But
funny
what
is
if you get killed, I take a picture of you, and then we split the bottle?
that could work too.
See?
Sharing is caring.
What's funny is at the same Star Wars event, I basically, basically I was the Mandalore of the event. I was pretty much like the leader of the Mandos. So I had a group of 10 Mandos with me, and we got a bounty card, a big bounty card of like 1 million credits to return the general's son's weapon to him. And it was like this. And at first we're like, "Oh wow, that's pretty cool. It must be a nice gun." No, it's this freaking Nerf Stormtrooper blaster. This white and orange Nerf Stormtrooper blaster. So
What do you mean, like cool? It was just like this run of the mill ass bullshit.
it was the run of the mill ass
Pretty much.
white Stormtrooper blaster. So
Oh my god.
and so we had to go talk to the Empire, and they were all their base was like at what we call fire base. It's like these big hills of dirt, and they're tunneled out for basically like to make these bunkers
It
and
looks
stuff
like a fire
that.
base.
Yeah, it looks like a fire base.
Barriers.
Yeah. And basically I walk up and all these Imperials surround me. And this is before Joker and Death showed up, but all these Imperials surround me, and they point their guns at me, and my hand is over my holster. I'm like, do you really want to do that right now? Do you know who I am? They're like, we don't give a damn who you are. You're a Mando.
Surprised nobody gave us a bounty to kill you.
Yeah, I'm
right.
surprised. But all the other Mandos, which all of them have their guns pretty much like already up. You just see the two generals start walking up. They're like, "What the hell is going on over here?"
What
They're like,
the
"Don't
damn
put-"
hell?
They're like, "Don't point your damn guns at the Mando."
Don't point that thing at me.
Boy.
No, I
So
can't wait
in
until more Milsim start coming out, man.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, it's need some events, man. It was weird because it went from going like last year, I went to like 7 or 8 like out of state games, and this year it's like
Yeah, and the
one.
thing is, like, the worst part is, we thought it was getting better, and
it's gotten so much worse. At least, like I said, we had like I think they said like 80,000 new cases in Texas last week. Like all the blue states are about to lock the fuck back down so hard. It's
Yeah.
We're supposed to be going to the UK in like what, December, and they're in level 3 lockdown right now. It's like we might not be going, and it's already been pushed twice. Like,
I was gonna say I would hazard that one's probably not gonna go because I know they're not allowing people from like a lot of countries aren't allowing people from Florida and Texas and California
Well,
to
like,
fly in like at all.
It's just that you'd have to self-quarantine
Okay.
for 2 weeks.
Oof.
But
Oof.
we're going to be at my parents' houses.
Oh, that's not too
We'll
bad.
be fine.
Yeah, it's not like you're
go
not
around
flying
and
in
whatever.
somewhere that you don't know. Yeah.
No.
it's not like you're flying in and have to pay for a hotel for 2 weeks. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna be with
hell
family the
no.
whole time.
To
so
then
this is
start
amazing.
your,
We'd love to hit up some
England
fields
trip.
up there, but it's just too much of a hassle this year.
Yeah, no. And we're flying with the wrong airline to do that anyway.
Yeah, we don't even know if the fields will be open.
probably not.
Well, that's
I
the
know
other thing
Kip
is like
Mustang's been having issues out there lately.
yeah, you get all the way out there and then it's like, oh yeah, you guys, thanks for coming out in quarantine, but we actually canceled the game anyway. So
Right?
whoopsie.
I don't know. We'll have
Alright, I
to
gotta
wait
take
and
this off.
see.
Way too hot. Oh, my
There
Make it
you
easier,
go.
I think we're just gonna do like small kits, like just
Mhm.
APCs and whatever gun we want out there, we'll just keep it there. So when we do visit, we already have our gear there, and then all we have to do is like bring our cameras, helmet, and mask.
Yeah, I'm speaking of kits, I've got here in another 2 weeks, we're gonna have Speed QB on. They're sending Punk and me their new Milsim loadout they're coming out with, and this shit is hot. Like I'm a big proponent of being as functional as possible. Like I don't give a fuck about like looking realistic. Like I'm playing dress up with my friends. I don't need to fucking look like I'm from a specific unit. Fuck that. That shit's gay.
Funny
like,
enough, you talk about Punk, by the way. He's helping.
Yeah, I know
me
you
make
hit him. I know you hit him up. He was like, who the fuck is this kid? He's like, what is this podcast thing? I was like, they're cool, man. He's like, yeah, they've been kind of like helping him get their shit started, and they've been running with it for a while now. And he's like, well, it's just I don't have time, but have fun. But Roy from Speed QB, like we've kind of cultivated a relationship with those dudes. Demo, the SYG guys, and he hit me up or hit Punk and I up and was like, yeah, we don't really have like a Milsim side of this, so we'd kind of like you and Punk to. He's like, you're kind of like what we're looking for. We're gonna send you guys. He goes, here's all of our new shit. Make a loadout out of this, and then see what you can do with it. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I want absolutely everything. I was like, that sounds like such a dick move, but I was like, literally, because I want to take this and put this and put this and put this and put this, and like describing it doesn't do it justice. But essentially, it's a backpack rig that runs into a chest rig that runs into this drop pouch that can either be a dangler or be put above as an admin pouch. It does both, along with an elastic mag holding cummerbund that all feeds into everything. So like the cummerbund attaches to the backpack, the cummerbund attaches to the backpack into the chest rig, and the chest rig attaches to the backpack and the admin pouch. And the admin pouch could be used up here or as a dangler. And it's fucking
That's
dumb.
dope.
Like
It's
it's so perfectly built, and what's cool is it's purpose built for airsoft. You're not taking I keep saying this, you're not taking like I run a JPC right now, like in a Spiritus rig. Like you're not taking something that's built for real steel shooting. You're taking something that's built for airsoft by airsofters who with an understanding of how mobility works and how the game works and how everything kind of like needs to feed together. So this rig, you can run HPA out of it. You can run, normal AEG with it. You can run big guns, small guns, inserts. They've got all kinds of shit for it. It's got you just have to wait till it comes out. They're not letting us announce or like put anything up on it yet. But we're supposed to. Yeah, no, they won't like. Yeah, the Rose like, don't fucking show anybody the shit. He's like, you can talk about it, don't fucking show anybody. And then Demo put up a picture with like parts of the kit on, and all of a sudden I saw comments like, yo, what fucking chest rig is that? Yo, what dangler pouch is that? And he ain't saying shit. Just like this little like micro marketing they do is so genius. But yeah, so November, I want to say 20th or 23rd, they're supposed to come on the show and like actually reveal it. And they're supposed to be sending Punk and me like a full loadout, and we're gonna just cry, I guess. I don't know. I'm really excited about it, though. It looks fucking cool, and I think it's probably all I'm gonna use for like the next year or so, more than likely.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, especially if it fits in with, because like I said, unless I'm going to like a Milsim West game, which I won a ticket during the Gun Gamers charity event. I don't know if you guys saw that last week. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a good time. A bunch of people donated. I think they raised $5,700 in 24 hours,
Sweet.
which they set a goal of 2,500. And in the first 2 hours when I was on the show with Derek and Cass and them, we broke like 3K.
Yeah, you
like,
guys,
fuck.
you actually hit the news on Airsoft News for like Popular Airsoft and Tech Milsim News.
It was cool, man. It was it was a really neat event. They raised $5,700 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Did a bunch of cool getaways, but somehow Cass and I both won a Milsim West ticket. So I guess we've fucking super got to go to one of their events soon. So we're gonna try to rig one up where like me and Cass and the whole ASAP crew can all like go together. So probably one of their insurgency games, I think. But like that's really the only event where like I'm gonna tailor my kit to like look like something very specific. Otherwise, I'm just gonna like space cadet that shit out and. If it works and I look like semi cool, like right now my go-to kit is like M81 bottoms, my DNC night camo, all skill no luck hooded top, and just Ranger green and black shit because it just looks.
I'm still waiting for a Space Force kit to come out. I'm surprised I haven't seen it on Instagram or anything. I'm just I'm like somebody's got to come up with something.
Rumor is those nerds are getting multicam black, which like. Whatever. The other thing people don't understand about Space Force is like if it's a military branch in NASA, they're gonna have just as stringent like control over it. So there's gonna be like 20 people in the Space Force for a while.
Right.
Like they're gonna take the best of the best, not my dumbass.
Two very smart, intelligent units, and that's it.
They're gonna take pretty much like SEALs that are in NASA right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the NASA cadets. It's gonna be like the cream of the crop. Everybody's gonna be like, I want to be a spaceman. Like, nah,
I
homie.
go space.
Let
me go space.
I want to go space.
Like 5 years in, we finally get deployed. What is it? We found a UFO crash somewhere.
There's gonna be just a whole boys. There's gonna be a whole line of Marines to the point where somebody's got to walk out. They'll be like, none of y'all get to clap alien chicks. Oh god damn it! And they all just like walk off.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Do we at least get powdered beer? No powdered beer.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Bro, powdered beer.
Fuck.
Holy shit. Powdered beer would be amazing.
This is a weather balloon.
Right? You just
I love that
space water, eat beer balls in space.
I love that GIF they made of the like if NASA had the same budget as the military, and it's like he's like putting the flag on the moon, and it's like Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and he's like fucking he punches that fucking alien. He's like karate chopping the like asteroids out of the way. Like it's so fucking funny. Yeah, that's one of my favorite fucking things.
Hell yeah!
I was laughing so fucking hard when I saw it the first time. It's great. Oh man.
I mean, funnily enough, though, I mean, in all seriousness, NASA just landed a satellite on an asteroid to collect materials.
Yeah, is that the 10 quadrillion dollar like giant hunk of? Essentially, it's just like an asteroid made of gold the size of Texas, just like floating through fucking space.
Yeah, and it's like within Earth's like atmospheric orbit. So
it's farther than the moon.
It's farther than the moon, but they landed a satellite on it and are collecting materials to bring back, which will be back in 2023. If we're all
immediately saying is don't invest in gold right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it immediately drops like a little American flag on it, and then you see a little Chinese flag go right on top of that. Like, motherfuckers. Like that.
Then you
I
see
love
a
that.
Russian flag sneak up out of nowhere.
Dude.
It's just
Yeah,
like a little
comes
stack
sputtering
of
in
flag.
like diesel exhaust coming out the back of it. No, that's the if you guys have seen that Space Force show on Netflix,
Yeah,
that
I've been watching.
as someone who's worked in military intelligence, the whole thing where like the giant ridiculously oversized Chinese satellite coming in and like snipping the antenna off the American satellite, that's the most accurate portrayal of like us versus them I've ever seen, because they do dumb petty shit like that, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I backed into your satellite. Like, fuck you, motherfucker, you did that on purpose. I know what you bitches are like. They like pass us in their little destroyers, and like then they'd like key up their surface search radar just enough to like kind of peek our systems. Like, is that fire control? Nah, they're just being dicks. Like constantly trying to see what they can get away with, man.
It's just trolls.
Dude, they literally are. They're just it's like an entire military fucking troll organization. They're nuts. And then meanwhile, like Russia, like nothing Russia has works. I remember we had a Submarine, I think it was a Submarine class destroyer park in Norfolk for like a weekend, and you get close enough to it, and then you realize like it looks lumpy the closer you get. Like it's nice and painted and everything, it looks kind of lumpy, and you're like, what the fuck? And you realize that, like, it's bubbled rust they have just painted over. Like the whole ship is just one rusted mass of shit that they have just slapped coats of paint over to make it look like it's like a legit terrifying warship. And there's like rusted holes in like the sides of their fucking missile canisters and shit. And like you see some little red-nosed Russian dude running back with like a case of fucking alcohol because they're allowed to drink on the boat. And you're like, oh, so their Navy like isn't legit at all. Like this is what we've been training to fight. This bullshit. There's a hole in his missile tube, man. Like what the fuck? Yeah, that was such an eye opener for me when I saw that, and then like I started paying closer attention to like other countries' navies, and I was like, oh, y'all suck.
I know Hornsby was making a joke. There's a Russian class submarine for sale here off the port of Tampa, and it's like it's something stupid shit. It's like $2.4 million or something like that.
Because she's gonna sink,
right? But he goes, 2 or 3 trips to Colombia, and it'll be paid off in no time.
I'm honestly, I would not be surprised if some like cartel dude was like, "Oh, this would be a great idea. We'll buy this," not realizing that just like nothing fucking works. Like I guarantee you, because if it's got to be a diesel, it's got to be a diesel. There's no way they're selling. Yeah, which
it's a diesel with it's like 12 torpedo tubes.
The Coast Guard's gonna find you so fucking quick. Diesel submarines are the loudest goddamn thing on the planet. It's just, you might as well just be in a giant vibrating dildo underwater, just like every sonar, everybody, some fucking guy marlin fishing off the coast is gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?" Going underneath, like they're gonna find your ass. I love that video of the coastie like jumping on that fucking submarine, just beating the shit out of the top of it. And I was showing that to a buddy of mine. He's like, "Yeah, that's kind of cool." I was like, "Kind of cool." The dude's in full kit. If he falls off the side, he's fucking dead. If he had slipped and gone in the water, that's all she wrote. You're not getting that shit fast enough before you're fucking down there. Like, fuck that. No.
Especially in full kit, it's just going to drag you down.
Yeah. I mean, you can pull the release, but good. You better hope it works, motherfucker.
It's just like
you better
that
hope
video.
You can tread a lot of water.
It's just
and
like
in
that video of the guy on the submarine that they chase down those cartel gang people.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the video.
Yeah, that's the video. Yeah, if he'd have slipped, done.
Yeah,
he's done.
He literally jumped like right onto the freaking thing too. Like that guy didn't hold back. He was like,
"Oh, he didn't give
no.
a fuck, dude." Dude. That guy was chomping at the bit. You ever know how fucking bored those guys are most of the time? Like
they were going so fast too. Like your body would be long gone.
VBSS, which is Vehicle Board Search and Seizure, or at least for the Navy. I'm not sure what the Coast Guard calls it, but Coast Guard VBSS has got it. Like those dudes are so hyped up, man. Like because they do all this training. They do so much cool shit. Like people give coasties a lot of crap, but counter drug ops coasties do some cool fucking stuff.
I got 2 buddies in Miami that do that, and I mean, I watch all their videos, and it looks fun as fuck. Like just their training videos, they do it like 4 times a week. I would be totally down to do the anti-pirate shit.
Dude, boat boarding procedures are so fucking cool. Like I really got upset because I really wanted to be on a cruiser, and I got stuck on a fucking aircraft carrier, so I didn't get to do any of that. But Nah, dude, VBSS shit is really, really fucking neat. It's a cool, really cool experience. If you ever get the chance, or if anybody's going in and wants to get the chance, it's dope.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just wish I could get stationed in Florida, living in Florida. If I can guarantee that, then I'd do it in a heartbeat.
No.
Oh,
that
dude.
wouldn't even happen.
But it's like
There's-
next to impossible.
That wouldn't even
I
happen.
spent, I almost ended up in Florida for my full deal because I was in Pensacola for training for a year and a half for EW school. And then I almost ended up in Jacksonville, which thank fucking God I didn't. But one of my favorite Navy memories is when we Eisenhower, we like, it was like a brand new crew. We were doing a workup before we went on deployment. So we sailed from Norfolk down to Florida and we pulled into Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a Navy town. It is a military town. It's used to things, right? When we left, the newspaper read Eisenhower terrorizes Jacksonville. We
Oh,
about
God.
burnt that bitch to the ground.
What?
Just 5,000, because it was a brand new crew. There's like 5,000 of us. Air Wing, everybody was on there. We were out to sea for like 2 months, and then we pulled into Jacksonville. No one, like most of these guys had never been out to sea before, and they let us loose, and we about burned. There was like 2 DUIs. Nobody had a car. There was an armed robbery. Someone on the boat got a gun and robbed somebody on shore. Like, it was nuts. We were, dude, that whole, and what's funny is we made like Battle E our first deployment, and we get like my ribbon rack looks fucking stupid just because like all the shit, the awards that the ship got. But we had to be the bad news bears of fucking North Fleet. Like, it was
So stuff
just
actually went down too. That's crazy.
just a hood rat shit, dude. We did hood rat shit. We were supposed to be a fucking training underway before we go on deployment. We about fucking turned another military town into a cinder.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God.
I've got to trace down that news article because I want to frame it and just like put it in my house. When my kid's like 10, and be like, Dad, what's that? I'm like, sit down, you little bitch. I'm gonna tell you a fantastic story. Little tear in my eye. I'm gonna tell you a great story.
Sit down, little bitch.
But
Oh, that's funny.
so you said you were trying to do that thing in England. You guys got anything else on the docket for this year or early 2021 maybe that you're kind of eyeballing?
For going to
Overwatch.
play.
Yeah. I mean, other than the Overwatch one, like,
Yeah, I mean, we got Overwatch. We're going to be doing the Mandalore event right after that too, which will be the Mandalore 2. That'll be a charity event that we're hosting for our field, so that'll be fun.
nice.
But otherwise, we just really don't have the time in between that and leaving the country. So
Yeah, because I know Iron Horse is the American Milsim's in January too, but I just wouldn't be able to swing it. Not with
It's-
Overwatch.
we come
It
back
isn't-
in January.
18-hour drive for me. I did it for Iron Horse 2. I'm not doing that drive again. Like, it's a cool. So like, Iron Horse is dope. It's an awesome AO. It looks like a movie set because it's like this really like they can flood part of the AO. There's a subway, train station, all this shit. But like,
Yeah.
you can't use as much of the AO as you would think. Like, they got a lot of the broken buildings that are like going to be completely taped off.
Yeah.
Guardian Center's really picky with what they let you do and what they let you don't do. I remember Iron Horse 2 was when EG had first come out with their 2.0 bangers,
Yeah.
and Darren and fuck, why am I blanking right now? Omar came over, and Omar was working from too. They were just like, he was just like, here, have fun, and he gave me like fucking 15 of them. I was like, all right, motherfucker. So there's this. It's just like this most picturesque thing I've ever seen. We're going down this hallway in the subway, and there's like, we're just yeeting these, just yoink, yoink. And the other green or tan team could tell that it was the EG crew because they were like, I just hear, fuck you, Darren, because they just load us up. Because like, it's just like, if you want to punch a hole and EG is on your team, go grab Darren or whoever's there and just, because they'll throw like 30 grenades at the problem
yeah.
and just fix it. And so,
man.
but we're going down this hallway, and there's one point where we're going down like guns up, and just like the reverberation, because the 2.0s, the first gens were fucking loud, like way louder than they were supposed to be because they hadn't quite got the formula right. And so they go off, and it was inside of a concrete structure, and so the reverberation was shattering the lighting, the fluorescent lighting above. So it's just coolest shit I've ever seen. It's just like raining down on us while we're going through, like
Oh my God.
bangs going off, like fucking little fireballs here and there, shit's like glass falling in my hair. It was cool. Like Iron Horse is a good time. I recommend it if it's like a feasible drive for you. But
Is
just
that
for
over
me,
at Mascatucket?
no, it's Georgia. It's in
Is it?
crap.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
Take
think
a look.
yeah, it's neat. It's a really cool facility. It's one, if you haven't been, you have to go. It's one of those ones like Copperhead. Like Copperhead I try to make every year. But that's mainly for like the camp out aspect of it as much as the gameplay. But Guardian Center is a really, really cool deal. Can't recommend it enough. The AMS guys always throw an awesome event there.
I'll have
But
to take a look. That sounds like a blast. I haven't been out to that AO, not to the one in Georgia, anyways.
yeah,
So,
it's
a lot of
it's neat.
Midwest.
Like, so there's a whole section of the field that they can flood because it's for like FEMA training. It's dope.
Oh shit.
That's
Word
pretty
up.
funny.
And when I say flood, I mean like 20 feet of water. Like they'll flood like up to the rooftops of the buildings. It's fucking cool.
That was the same thing over in Mascatucket for Operation Irene for the Line Claw events. They had a small section for that as well. But that AO was gorgeous, man. Everything at night lit up with fire. You know, they gas propane everything. Buildings, cars. It was the most fun I've ever had in a night game, ever.
I think most fun I've had was at a night game with Shelby at in Mississippi. And that was just because like they lit up the entirety of uptown and not downtown. So it was like you'd fight through like lit streets and you get to downtown and you're like, oh fuck. Like you just couldn't see anything unless you had nods.
Which one was the one where you had those wizards run past you?
Oh, that was ESR. That was which they unfortunately American Milsim had to cancel ESR, but ESR American Milsim's ESR is at the biggest junkyard in America or in the world, I guess, and it's in Roosevelt, Oklahoma, which is really cool because Roosevelt, Oklahoma is so like non-populated that you basically have the whole town to yourself when you're there for the event. And but yeah, that's the one where we were in ATF kit and we were role playing an ATF part on Friday night. And we just happened to disrupt a clan meeting, apparently, because it was like 1 White Hood, 2 White Hood. Y'all seeing this shit? And like 15 of these motherfuckers went running across the railroad tracks. We were like, oh, okay.
We were wondering about that AO.
Wait, Iron Horse is
It's
in
a cool
Perry,
AO.
Georgia, so it's
Yeah.
honestly
That's it,
not
Perry,
that
Georgia.
far.
No, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perry, Georgia isn't far because Florida's literally just.
But we were talking about going to
Far
that,
for
that
y'all. It's going to take
operation.
me 10 hours to get out of Texas.
Yeah,
Better
for
hurry.
you, Texas is huge.
Oh, it sucks. It was 12 hours of that Colorado Springs game. And I was like,
Fuck,
I was
man.
so over it. And what's funny is 8 of those, 8 hours of the 10 or the 11 or 12 is in Texas still. It's just like, it sucks because I drove it by myself too, which is the worst part.
Oh, God.
It's brutal. Just straight shot up, straight shot back. I was like,
What
I'm not
part of
fucking.
Texas do you live in again?
Dallas Fort Worth. So like I'm
Oh,
in
okay,
like the
so you're
Metroplex.
like-
Like I'm in a pretty like it's for
Yeah,
the most
you're
part
within
most games are within like 5 hours of me for the most part, but a lot of the fun ones are like, but it's either 5 hours or it's 15. Like there's really no, there's no
We just
in
did 10
between.
hours for Southern Comfort, man. That shit wasn't fun. Fuck being in the car for 10 hours.
It's more fun when you have a whole crew. Like I love the road trip to Copperhead. That's 14.
Yeah.
But it's always fun because I've got like Woodcock and Corey and Punk usually flies down, or Cass has gone with us the last couple of times. And they make it a good time. Everybody switches off driving, and I'm such a little girl when it comes to driving. I hate it. I just like I don't want to do it, so I always like fall asleep.
So you fell asleep while
That's what
driving
we
the
did.
whole
It
way?
was 3 of
That's
us
nuts,
when we
man.
went.
I'm scarred for life for driving up to South Carolina. I literally, it still gives me nightmares just thinking about it. One time I nearly lose my phone. And
The
it was
real-
in the
Oh, that was so
public
fucking
restroom.
funny.
Oh,
And we're about to
didn't
enter
know.
the highway. We're
I didn't know your face,
On the highway, and I
yes.
tell him to pull
That's
over,
how
and I
you were
sprint
running.
into the restroom. Oh my God. It was.
well, the real trick, if you can do it, is to fly halfway or fly into the nearest airport and then just rent a car. That's what you got to do. Like I want to do that for Copperhead so bad. Just fly into El Paso
Oh,
and drive the
God.
last 3 hours. Fuck. But alas, I always bring way too much shit, and then I can't fly with it.
So what
You're
airline
a
can you
diva.
fly within America, like
All of them.
with your all of them?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay,
Everyone.
no,
You just
I only
gotta
ask 'cause
you gotta like
internationally,
lock your shit up.
It's only like Norwegian Airlines from the UK to here where you can bring your guns.
Uh,
and stuff in the case.
You know who would probably be a really good. It depends on the country you're flying into. The
That's
guy
what
who
I
would,
mean,
Warren, Josh Warren, because he does Milsim West games down in Mexico, and he did one down in South America. So like he's like the only person I know that's like really well versed in international airsoft gun law because they one of the TSA guys in Mexico like kept his shit, like took his guns.
What?
And then like he got him back eventually, like by filing a fuck ton of complaints and stuff. But like, yeah, they like
God.
some like real, like, not like we're taking this for legal reasons. Like I want this, I'm gonna keep it, and just like wouldn't give his shit back.
Oh, shit. That's
So
why
he,
we're just gonna have the separate kits up in the UK because it makes it just so much easier.
Just mail them, yeah, or that, or just mail them up there. Like that's the other thing.
Yeah.
What's
Like,
funny about that is that over in France, I think we talked about it a while ago on the podcast, but over in France, after not in France, passing through the border of Germany, these French guys, after leaving border war, they had 22 airsoft guns, and the TSA guys just stripped all of them and never gave them back.
yeah, dealing with other countries' customs is a bitch. So
Yeah.
if I go to a game like in Europe or something, I'm gonna fucking probably ship like one of my not one of my mains. It's gonna like I'm gonna hit up KWA and be like, yo, can you give me like a LM4D or something for the weekend? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
give me
Like,
something
hey,
stock.
Can I borrow one of your stock guns or something?
Yeah, give me something. I still have the T10 with the gate and everything in it. I'm supposed to give that to Kev at Avalon. It's a fun little gun. I really I'm supposed to get my hands on the LM4D soon, and I'm fucking super
I'm
excited
excited.
about that thing.
I'm excited. I want to know. I want to know how it is.
Mhm.
'Cause
It's gonna be hot. I mean,
If
it's a gas blowback with a fully functioning bolt carrier group. That's dope, and it's adjustable. So
if it's what everybody thinks it is, I'm definitely gonna shoot.
bro, if it shoots half as good as the first one did, then it's gonna cream. Like that thing's incredible. Because like that, I got buddies who have like OG LM4s, and they still just clap. Like they shoot so far.
Yeah.
Just mag issues are the main thing.
I kind of want to try out that new Bullpup M14. Have you
Which
seen
one is that?
What?
Uh-uh.
You've,
Yeah, let
like,
me
just
see if I
come out
can
with it.
pull
It's
it
a
up.
gas blowback
I wanna look
Bullpup
at-
M14, and it's
Hmm.
supposed to
I'm gonna look
copy
it
the
up. Hold on.
Bulldog from Battlefield 4.
Huh. That could be cool. I really want speaking of just like guns that I want the that guy that 3D printed, I think it's Chrono Arms or something. He 3D printed the fucking super shotgun from Doom that takes
Oh,
takes the
Ooh.
takes the
All right.
fucking
Hold on.
widespread 203 shells. Just
Yeah.
We saw those. Those are
Let's,
absolutely insane.
I'm gonna screen
oh,
share
they're
this
gnarly.
first.
They're like $600 though, I think.
Oh God, no way.
But I want it.
Oh yeah.
Zuki had a blast with his tagging rounds at this last Milsim.
He
Yeah.
got so many kills.
I think you're talking about this, Matt.
Yeah, it's that.
Yo, what the fuck? SRU GBB, huh? Okay,
Thing is,
yeah, I
that's
can
like
dig
the
it.
blueprint of that. The actual gun itself looks way more aggressive.
Yeah. I gotta see if I can find a better
Just look
picture
it up
of
on
it.
Evike. It's like their second or third photo down. It just came out.
Is it really on Evike?
Yeah,
Ah.
for sale.
I don't know how I feel.
I mean,
about a
it's
Bullpup
probably out of
M14
stock, just like everything else on eBay. But yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, you got
I
a bunch of
ordered
people
5
who
of
like
them.
guns.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
What?
But they got a bunch of cool stuff coming out. Like the AA Po1. Can't wait to get
Yeah.
my hands on that.
Yeah, it's cheap too. It's like $100. You talking about the pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fully auto. It's a warhorse, man. It just pumps rounds.
I was hitting up because I
found it.
want
Oh,
the
that's so
the
pretty.
AAP1. Talking about the pistol, the little long necked one. It looks
Yeah.
like a Ruger
It looks
22.
like a
Yeah,
22.
yeah. My so Ricky in Ep Tactics used to be Tactical Snoopy. He's got one, and he hit me up, and we were bullshitting about it. And I went and looked at it, and I was like, yeah, the gun's $100, and the mags are like 20. So I'm gonna buy one, get like 3 mags for it, and just see how it works. Because I never use my pistol ever.
Yeah.
So I
What?
always had it in my head, like, why? I go to events where I can zero MED people. So if I can barrel stuff you get
When I
barrel
heard the
snuffed.
sound quality with the suppressor on it is phenomenal too.
Yeah, it's
Which
quiet.
being an open bolt system, I'm kind of on the ridge about that because open bolts are so much harder to really get quiet.
Hard to maintain too.
I'm gonna be honest. This
Oh,
actually
that's
think
kind
what
of
you
looks
put the
sick.
battery in?
No, it's gas.
Oh, sheesh.
You can do the
Oh,
gas one or the
sheesh.
battery one.
Although it makes me nervous anytime a gun that has that much engineering in it costs $200.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it was
It-
more than that too.
Yeah, I was gonna
Is-
say.
is it made of used condoms? Like, what
It's-
what is holding this thing together? Like, are the
Rugged
screws
and
plastic?
lightweight 3D printed polymer.
Ah,
No, I'm straight right there. I'm good.
Yep. Nah, I'm Gucci. I'll wait until one just like falls in my lap. They
That shit melts in the sun.
especially in Texas, dude. I can't leave my shit out at all.
Oh,
I got my hands on one of the new Titan batteries. Like I've got like 4 or 5 of them, but I guess they're newest gen.
I've been trying to convince this guy to try Titan out.
Them
What's that right
shits are snappy. They are
Really?
snappy. Yeah, I love
I've been
it.
waiting to see reviews on it because we've been using the nanotechs for like 6 years. And
Yeah.
I love them.
They just don't die. Like I'll just leave them. I'll charge them once and just leave them in a box for like 6 months. Like I didn't charge any of my batteries when I went to Jackal 5. Both of them ran flawlessly, didn't have a single problem. And Sistemas are
yeah.
kind of notorious for being battery whores. Like they eat them because they've got that FCU in there that just is constantly doing a drain.
Titans are battery whores. They cut through every battery. So, and it's just because that laser runs 24/7 in them.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I need to fuck around and take that Gate Titan gun out. I may do that this weekend. I don't think I have any like regular AEG mags anymore though. I gotta dig around and see if I can find some of those fucking things. I'm sure there's some like floating around here somewhere. I got so much random crap.
I laugh at no pemming. I had a backpack stolen that was just full of like high cap AK mags that I accidentally brought.
Oh god.
And I'm just like, you know what? Whoever got that backpack didn't get anything of value. It was like a backpack.
And nothing of
Backpack.
value is lost. You're more pissed
It's
about the
like,
backpack
they
than
stole
the
that,
mags.
like a couple small things, and it's just like you didn't get anything, man. You did me a favor.
Yeah, it always cracks me up whenever like I always think about like somebody stealing any of my shit. Like they steal any of my mags, like you're not gonna be able to use them. They're not gonna fit in anything you own. It's just gonna
I
make
think
me
all they
sad.
got is like one Vicodin or something that was in my backpack from a back injury.
Worth it. Instantly worth it.
What's awesome is that I was able to convince Punk to teach me his ways on the Juicy Smollier.
Oh, Juicy's a hot
Yeah.
bitch. That and
Yeah.
so the other one, the one he's been putting up recently, the one that says "Kill Me" on the side of it, we've dubbed that one Mariah. He wants to name his guns after like female pop stars. So, but on the Mariah gun, which it looks nasty, he took a Ares AMO2, the short stubby one, slapped a PDW retractable stock on it, put a Polar Star Kythera in it, and so it's a semi-auto bolt action. So like the bolt's just like non-functioning at this point. So it's a semi-auto Ares AMO2 short stroke with a PDW stock on it. And he's gonna laser engrave a QR code so Mariah carries "All I Want for Christmas." Whenever you scan it, will start playing. Like it's just.
I'll have to take a look at that.
This guy's a genius, man.
Dude, his Slaughter Co stuff is like he's got his own whole brand that he's like launching right now because he's got his Slaughter patches, and then he's like doing this whole deal where he's creating like essentially a clothing line, and I'm really excited to see where he goes with it because it's gonna be fucking sweet. His aesthetic is so cool.
After seeing Juicy and hearing him explain it, I was like, all right, I gotta ask him. Because as a sniper, having a CQB sniper that you can just semi-auto is like life.
Yeah, dude, it's what's the thing? It's like he got with Polar Star because we got a good relationship with those guys, and was like, I need y'all to walk me through how to fucking make this work. Because like Juicy's a different animal than Mariah. Mariah's one he's doing for this like sniper gun off build that he's having with these other dudes. Juicy is a one of like 3 little pirate pistol that Ares came out with that actually Cass won in a giveaway contest and gave to Punk. Now Punk has rigged that bitch up, so it's just this fucking AMO3 pirate pistol with an HPA unit in it that he's gonna do, so he can just like. So it's gonna be his pistol. He's gonna have one of those as a pistol, and it's
it's an amoeba striker too. That's the best.
Yeah, it's a semi-auto amoeba striker. It's dumb. It's so dumb, and I'm so happy because he actually like even before he'd done anything to it, when it's still like a bolt, he was using it at Copperhead last Copperhead, and it was just like, back. Like he was breaching houses with it and shit. Like he didn't give a fuck. It was great because it was only shooting like 350 feet per second, so it's not like it was doing much. Oh, dude, it's fantastic.
Imagine being a sniper having that as your sidearm.
Dude, the shit he comes up with is just like it's so good.
Oh man. Oh god.
But yeah, so that's like I need to do a new build. I really have a hankering to make a Ares striker because I've got 2 VSR 10s. I think I'm going to get rid of one of them. I'm not sure which one I want to sell because the spring actually shoots almost on par with the bolt. Like they're like,
Yeah.
if anything, the Springer is actually a little more consistent. But the bolt, that quick throw bolt on the Wolverine is so nice. But I think I'm probably gonna get rid of the Wolverine build just because I can get more for it.
Yeah, you can get a lot more for the Wolverine build, whereas
Yeah.
the Springer, it's consistent enough to where you could use it whenever you felt like it. But are you sure you want to do a striker build? You can do that SRS build.
They're ugly. They're ugly. I don't dance with fat girls. I don't want to touch that fucking gun. I love the look of the striker. Cass plus
Yeah, I love
Cass,
the look too.
Cass will find me and fucking punch my balls into my tits if I buy anything other than a striker because he's got like 3 of them. He loves those fucking things, man.
Yeah, they take AEG springs. So.
Yeah, they do. He can do all kinds of cool shit to them. They're easy to tag. I'm gonna have Zero build me one just because he builds all my guns. The only gun that I own or that I'm gonna own that he hasn't fucked with is probably gonna be that MCX that I'm gonna get from Fatco. I've got an ARP9 that I got in a giveaway that is like I don't know what I'm probably gonna end up giving it away because I don't know what the fuck to do with it because it's like this big and it's cool, but I'm never gonna use it and I don't want to buy 8 mags for it. That's the thing that pisses me off the most is when you got to buy mags for a gun. Like, oh god, just why don't you all fit? Just go,
right.
just fit in there.
And
that's
aren't the ARP9s a bitch to upgrade?
No.
Most people just drop HBA units in them.
Okay.
But that's but like if I'm gonna have a stubby, I'm gonna have the mod like one of the QRF guns. Like I'm not gonna
have a stubby.
if I'm gonna go with a shorty, I'm gonna go with like probably the Ronin 47 or the QRF Mod 1 or 2, like one of those. Because like
a chode, run it into battle, it'll be fine.
Basically, yeah. Like this is a little stump. Like I've got the QRF Mod 2, and that thing's stock out of the box shoots so fucking far. Like I was really kind of astounded. Like I pulled it out and I used it for Operation AMS's reindeer games last year. That thing clapped, man. It shot fucking just. Whew. But once again, proprietary mags, you gotta have certain stuff that fits on them.
Yeah.
But I get at least KWA's reasoning behind proprietary mags is because they want to ensure quality control of the magazines so that people don't have misfeeds that fuck up the internals of the gun and fuck up the gun or that diminish the integrity of the way the gun shoots.
Yeah.
So that way you're not
so many nonsense sensors and stuff in them that aren't fucking needed. Like taking apart a KWA is the most bullshit thing I fucking do. I don't even like working on KWAs anymore. Yeah. I got 2 teammates that have them and I constantly have issues with them.
Well, the fun thing is like the newer ones, like you really don't need to fuck with them until they break. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like TMs. Like they've gotten to that point in quality, I think. But like I said, the thing is like there's so many aftermarket guns that like you'll get like a VFC and you'll slap an off-market brand magazine in it, and the gun won't shoot for shit, and it's because of the mag. It's 100% because of the mag. And I run into that, especially with Sistemas, because there's like I've got hex mags, I've got I've got EPMs, I've got old school PTW like heavy mags, I've got real mags that have got PTW mag internals in them. None of them fucking work right, especially the EPMs. Fuck PTS, to be honest. Like they double springed the PTW mags that they've released. I don't know why, and they have the balls to charge $25 a fucking mag. I got 11 of them shits.
That's gas mag prices, man.
I got 11 of those goddamn things, and none of them work, and 6 of them are brand new, like not even a year old. They were out of the box. I got them, and they just did not fucking work. They don't. And I remember I was arguing with fucking Wong at one point before he got arrested that I was like, they don't feed, man. He's like, well, maybe it's your gun. I was like, at the time, I was like, I got 3 fucking Sistemas. It doesn't feed in any of the shits.
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't feed in any of them, man. They just don't fuck. Your mags don't feed. They're dog shit. Like there's just like there's no getting around it. Like their AG mags are great. Like kudos to them for that. But god, like PTWs, it's gotten to the point where like they're not any better than a high tuned AEG anymore. Like it was a neat design. It was a cool system. They've got a lot of cool features, but like I honestly at this point, like I'm probably gonna get rid of one of them and get a high end AEG, and I'm just gonna keep one just to say that I've got it still, and because they shoot like a motherfucker still, but that's too much work.
My Crytek's, man, I can just dump power into them if I wanted to, and then you can make them fast as fuck with all stock internal.
They're dropping
like just swapping out motors and gear sets.
Aren't they dropping their new line soon? I saw something like they're
Mark action coming out. They got
their Mark IIs. Yeah.
But I got Mark II for my 9mm build, and I love that, man. but it's running Echo 1 straight MP5 mags into an Angel Custom MP5 adapter.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I absolutely love it. They feed amazing. They like way better than any mag that I thought would feed. And I feel like a conversion kit would feed like shit.
I know they shoot great. I'll have to give them another shot at some point, just because like Crytek put a bad taste in my mouth initially when they first came out, because I saw 6 of them at one event snap in half. I'm not exaggerating. 6 kids would fall.
The lower receivers are trash.
Yeah, just it would explode, and it was it just kind of like I was like, I don't want to deal with that. I
and they
follow
supposedly fixed that with the Mark II bodies, but for shits and giggles, I just bought a Mark II M4 to make this conversion out of. And the paint was literally holding the crack together. So when I acid dipped the receiver, you could see this giant ass crack all the way down it. And I was like, damn, I'm like, the only thing holding this together was fucking paint.
They shoot good though, man. The internals are fantastic, but it doesn't, you can have a Ferrari engine. It doesn't help when it's got a cardboard chassis though. Like you're not going to go anywhere. So
that's why you got to get all metal. Like my metal LMG, fucking bulletproof. And
I actually
all of the Cryteks are metal. They don't make any plastic ones.
I don't.
Plastic is the Vector.
I don't have a problem with the newer polymer guns though. The Tokyo Marui NGRSs specifically are glorious. They feel great. They're lightweight. They're durable. I've broken full metal guns though. I've cracked the blue grip back there. I've shattered the lower receiver on that because I fell and landed on a concrete step and just broke it in half.
I bent the barrel of a VSR 10 and snapped it. So
yeah, like I'm so like that's why I never buy like real Cry uniforms, because I'm so rough on my shit. Because I power if we're at a mount site, I'm gonna power slide through a door at one point on concrete, and I'm gonna rip the shit out of my pants. I do it every single event that we're at a mount site, because I'll run in and just power slide in shooting people, and it's like, well, there goes the knee pads. I just ripped my crotch, and that's my end of the weekend. That was my last push.
So a patch in his pants.
Yeah, all the time.
Iron on patch.
You can ask these guys. A lot of times I'm just jumping straight into the water or jumping into the bushes, just prickly bushes.
Or something catches and rips and tears. I'd rather just like pay the $30 for it. Because like I've got 4 sets of like Emerson pants, and they've lasted me like 2 years. Like they got a hole here and there, but like
last a long time. Yeah,
they work just fine.
Yeah.
All these kids are like, I spent $400 on Cry Jungle Stripe, Tiger Stripe.
I'm an airsoft Chad. I got Cry.
I spent $30, and I can beat you to death and take your pants if I want to. So like, what's the? I don't understand what you're bragging about.
My $20 eBay helmet.
Yeah. I will say one thing. So I hate buckets. I hate helmets, but I think I'm gonna need to build a rig soon.
Dude,
that's all.
Team Windy.
That's my agenda.
Most comfortable out of all of them, and it doesn't need to be a real windy. You just got to get the real pads, which are like $30.
That's on my agenda for this next year. Is once I get the Speed QB like kit, I need to build a good battle belt rig for one, like a shooter's belt. And then I've got a Ronin Senshi actually, and that thing that's like one of the few things like I spent the money on like a good high quality item.
Speaking of Team Windy, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, me and Joker know about this, but Team Windy got bought out by Avon Rubber for 130 mils.
Damn. Good for them.
I think you told us briefly. I can't remember.
I wish I had that money.
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna... Yeah,
Avon
Rubber.
Rubber.
My helmet. I think I run a fast helmet.
I run a cloned X-Fill Carbon, and I fucking love it with the real Team Windy pads, and it didn't cost me anything to build.
Avon Rubber's the company that makes the military's respiratory and ballistic protection, and that's pretty much mainly what they work on. So they're now basically like they teamed up with Team Windy to basically use Team Windy's helmets, which apparently are like the best of the best, and throw respiratory systems on them.
I used to run a helmet, but my problem is like just there's too much heat comes out of the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's just like trapping steam in. Like it's just I can't.
Especially in the humidity and the heat, it's just too much. I just for like walk-ons, I'll wear my cap hat, whatever you want to call it, and then for Milsims, I'll actually wear my helmet because it's got my camera mount on it and everything.
Yeah, I just wear the ear pro and that's it. Maybe a hat. That's
just get yourself an X-Fog for your head.
M frames, man. They don't fog. The 2.0s, I've never had a problem with my alphas fogging.
Well, no,
I remember the 3s I did, but to put into the run. See, they won't work though. It's like it's not that like it has to get out. This is the problem, and it won't.
Yeah.
Plus, I'll just sweat like a pig if I'm wearing a helmet. Like buckets and me just don't get along. Never have.
You crack me up with buckets. It's like in the olden days with their like just the wet helmet.
Take it off, make soup in it, fucking put it back on.
Hell yeah. Leave the soup in it. Just shower. I don't
It's
have
cold
time
now.
to eat. I gotta go.
Chicken noodle, motherfucker.
I'm taking my meal to go.
It's called active camouflage.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, there's like, given that I'm probably not going to do an event for like the next year, I'm probably just going to be like modding and building kit and fucking with stuff. But I need to get out Saturday and try to play at D14. They just had a really interesting bit of drama going on with a local team that was kind of funny to watch. It seems like there's a bunch of that shit floating around right now between the APL wanting to cuck you for $24.99 and fucking kids just doing dumb shit.
I guess that Pro League, man.
They dropped their first video, their free episode tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna have a good time with that.
Damn, I can't wait to start hearing the reviews on that shit.
Like I said, I wish them the best. It'll be moderately successful, I'm sure, but they should have just not, like, we gave them an out, man. We pulled the episode we had with them down. It was the first like bit of promotion they had done. We were just going to let it die, leave it at that. We're going to chalk it up to me being a drunken dickhead and being a little too aggressive with him on the questions. And then they started talking shit. And it was like, ooh. Okay, here we go. And so like,
it's fun time.
now you have our attention again. And then they went on this like that mass marketing campaign across like all the groups, and then they made like the entire community hate their fucking guts, which I knew was going to happen. And they backpedaled and they were like, oh, they went on like Paynex's podcast. That dude's a schmuck. But they were like, oh, we did this. It was on purpose. We were trying to do this cringe ad campaign. It's like, no, y'all thought you had a cool product and that you could just like shove it down everyone's throats. And like
the drone guy is just trying to kill everybody.
Oh God, they're all like trying to fight people all the time. And then it was so dumb. It's like I said, we'll see how it goes. I'm really curious to see if the product is like, which I kept telling them, we were like, dude, just shut up and let your product speak for itself. Drop the free episode, let people make up their minds. Get like you can't market like Josh Warren markets unless you have a fan base.
Yeah,
that's the only reason he's funny. B, the only reason he gets away with what he does is because he has a built-in fan base. He has a rabid cultish following that love his events and they'll support him no matter what he does. And then he started talking shit on the forums, and he gets away with it because that's how his marketing works, and it's because he has that built-in support system. These guys didn't have that.
I'm just sitting here reading all of it, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude, it was vicious.
It's increased even more because Josh Warren was able to like have the New York Times come out to an event, man.
Yeah. Josh had the New York Times that did a really fairly even-keeled article about Milsim West, which was like that's the kind of like good airsoft publicity people want. But you got to be careful with that. Like, I'm not convinced that wasn't a little bit of a Pandora's box, because some dumbass event promoter who doesn't have any idea how to deal with the press or like how to like deal with their players at events is going to invite like Vice News out or something, and they'll do a total fucking hit piece on it, I'm sure.
Actually, New York Times will make, if they really don't like you, they'll turn around and be like, terrorist training.
they were, and the guy that Josh was talking to that did the article, he's like, if I had smelled smoke, I would have looked for a fire. He's like, but I didn't have any reason to think that you guys were anything but like a good, like it seemed like everybody's having a good time. The article's really good. I highly recommend you read it. But like there was another event promoter a couple years ago that invited that Vice News was going to come out and do a fucking video documentary, and like we got wind of it and we were like, no.
No. I'm good.
Yeah. Don't ruin the sport.
Yeah, and like I'm sure at some point like some larger news article, if it gets any traction, because it was like they were wanting to do, the Vice News was wanting to do that like right in the height of all the school shooter shit. It's like, you know how fucking easy it is to turn that around and act like they're training fucking school shooters. Like, no.
That was like the mall that got closed down because they flagged the video as like terrorist training, but it's just people playing airsoft in an abandoned mall.
Corey's fucking movie that we were doing, the short film, like the Facebook page got taken down and he got banned off of Facebook and they flagged him as a terrorist organization.
The fuck?
It's like it had a movie poster as the picture. It had multiple like it had like scripts and stuff that he'd thrown up and like all this and like planning events and whatnot. There's nothing on there that even looks kind of terroristy. And they yanked both the page down and deleted his profile.
And he still hasn't made a new one, right?
He did, but he's kind of just keep it on the DL. But yeah,
Even
like his
Instagram though, they're not like promoting Airsoft. Like on the page, I don't really go on that explore page, but whenever you click on it by accident and you see there's no Airsoft stuff on it.
No, if I hit search, just like go to browse through, I don't see a single Airsoft post.
Fun fact: I got suspended on Instagram for 24 hours last week.
What did you do?
They suspended me because I put up on my story one of the pictures that you got Khaleesi and Death took of me with my SRS. And I put that on my story, and they suspended it for suspicion of terrorism.
That makes sense.
I post guns and drinks all the time. We're to like light people up in videos.
I had a photo of me in full IRA kit. Like I don't know. It's weird, dude. The algorithm makes no sense.
Know. Like everything's changed on my Instagram. I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned, or they're just messing with the algorithm of the whole Airsoft thing.
I just think it doesn't get any because like I don't get like if I put up a post, I don't get any like outside traffic. It's all just like people are following.
The only one, I think
so. I hope I'm not the only one hearing this. I'm sorry to cut everybody off, but Cole, for some reason your mic's like really low, man. You sound like.
Is it low? Is it doing weird stuff?
It's doing weird stuff. Hold on, give it.
I think it's just you, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear him fine.
Okay, guys.
This is what men are supposed to sound like.
All right, we'll see in the recording because.
Well, we actually did something to counter that recently. We made a team TikTok.
Oh,
we've been getting just floods of people from that, and it's been stupid.
Oh, TikTok's
You saw
wild,
the
man.
video I sent in the Discord, right?
I didn't think it was going to work.
I think so.
The one of me getting shot in the nuts with the tagging.
I had a very similar one on TikTok. Yeah, it was, I saw your. I think it was like Panda Airsoft or something. He got a video of him like coming around a corner and full auto on me with a fucking 60 rounds per second in the nuts. And it looks like I walk up knuckle. I'm like, good shot. I'm like, fucking dickhead. And like, I just walk off, but it looks like I'm about to beat the fuck out of him for a couple of seconds. And the video had like 7 million views or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's crazy.
It's wild. TikTok's all those fucking. I don't know, man. It's either kids or it's just like a bunch of Chinese bots.
Yeah,
it's got to be a bunch of Chinese bots. Like, there's no way.
It's a whole nother freaking universe on that platform.
Or depending on like how their metric is and how they count a view. Like if a view is just scrolling through and like you viewed it, like you saw it that it existed and kept scrolling.
You just get so immersed into other people's lives on there. Like they take it way too serious.
It's wild.
But man, we linked our YouTube and man, we're getting subscribers like every couple hours.
Oh shit! Nice. Well, that's awesome, man. You got to figure out new ways to market stuff. Like people keep trying to get us to make like a YouTube channel or like stream to something different. We're just too lazy.
I was gonna say you guys should totally just make a quick little Twitch channel, have a bot run the or whoever uses Twitch to run the moderator stuff, and just run it through StreamYard because that's what we do. I run it through my Twitch, I run it through our own Twitch, and then I run it on Facebook. Eventually, we're gonna start running it live on our YouTube. So
nice. Yeah, because the nice thing about StreamYard is it allows you to stream to multiple platforms at once, as well as track comments and subscribers and all that cool shit. We've got some ideas that we're going to kind of do with ASAP moving forward in the next year or so. We're going to branch out. The plan is to kind of create like a media group. We've got a bunch of friends, both in like airsoft industry and outside of it, that kind of want to pitch in. We're kind of rooster teeth this bitch a little bit and diversify the content. So there should be some neat stuff coming down the pike. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it and what we're going to do. Everybody's super busy. Like I said, Punk's launching his own like clothing brand. And then Corey's a cop and owns a t-shirt company and has kids. Derek's got Mo Guns. Carl works and then also has his photography company. I've got a full-time like adult job as an accountant and doing.
And you're about to have a kid.
All kinds of other shit. I got about to have a baby, so It's hard to do this kind of stuff. And that's why I always tell people, like, don't ever, if somebody tries to get you to do something in airsoft, don't do that shit for free.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Hell no.
somebody, like, there's a kid I know who's like a really
tonight. Don't.
yeah. Well, it's like if there's a kid I know he's one of the better known airsofters. I'm not going to name names, just nature of the conversation we had, but he's got millions of subscribers, and somebody wanted him to do a promotion reaction for free, and I was like, are they gonna? No, don't fucking do that. Like, that's you have like an actual marketable reach. Don't ever fucking do anything for free at your level. Like, it's one thing to like help a buddy out, or like if it's good for both of y'all, like if it's a mutual thing, then yeah, do it. But if you've got like in the multi-million follower count, and somebody wants you to do some promotion for them, and they don't want to pay you for your fucking time, that pisses me off. That bugs the shit out of me. Nothing bothers me more than fucking like, we're gonna pay you in clout when we don't have any. Like, listen here, you goofy fucks. Like, you're not getting anything, because we've had guys try to do that to us before. They'll try to come on the show and just like promote their shit, but not
like return anything,
not return or do anything or post about it, and they just like think they're just gonna ride that wave. And it's like, all right, well, we're just gonna make fun of you now. So buckle up, motherfucker.
All right, let's see. We're what, at an hour and 10 minutes? I think that's about it for today.
11.
Yeah, we'll sit up on the left.
What? Huh?
Ooh, speaking of, so like I was talking about the ASAP vehicles. Here's the new technical.
Oh, nice.
We gotta get a razor, Matt. We gotta get a razor.
That thing is brand new. He has had it for like 4 days, and he's already fucking plastic dipping it and painting it.
That's pretty cool. Seriously.
His wife's gonna kill him. And then we've got Derek's, who's just like, that Mo Guns mobile is nasty.
I had a turboed 570
so
up
cool.
north. That thing was a blast in the woods.
Ooh, dude, I think he's got it's the 1000 RZR or something like that. But they're so much fun, man. They're so cool. Like, I want one really bad. I just can't justify spending the amount of money on it.
Yeah, I mean, $20,000 is a lot of money.
You got trails anywhere,
right? But yeah, thanks for having me on again, man. It's always fun to shoot the shit with you guys. Hopefully, we'll be able to meet up at an event at some point in the next year.
Yeah, one of these days.
Fucking Satan willing, Jesus Christ. This shit is just
come to Overwatch. I'm just kidding.
I'm definitely not going to Florida anytime soon, but hopefully after all this.
All this COVID stuff is what's kind of making it difficult right now. Yep. Fuck COVID, guys. Fuck COVID. All right, so let's go ahead and see us out. Hey, Matt, you want to do it? You want to have the honors?
Happy Halloween, guys. Be on the show there, Cole.
There you go. Yeah, of course.
Thank you. We've had a great night. Cole, we will definitely be doing this again, and we will see each other
for sure.
face to face sometime in 2021.
Hopefully
soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Yeah, for sure.
Fingers crossed. Everything crossed.
Yeah, but
if I cross my toes anymore, I won't be able to walk.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night. Happy Halloween.